My first month on YouTube, there's 2 ways to get monetized through YouTube. I got monetized in 11 months on YouTube. Stay consistent and discipline yourself. And this doesn't matter if you're a small creator or you have like 1 million subscribers. And something that I didn't know when I first started is that Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Notori if you're new, and today I'm going to be discussing how much I made within my first month of being monetized on YouTube. This video in particular would have helped me out so much if I was an aspiring YouTuber trying to see what the monetization process is like, so I'll be sharing my personal journey with you guys. And just a little disclaimer before I get into everything, this is only within the first month. I'm not going to be sharing any further financial details with you guys and what I'm currently getting paid, so that's just really personal for me. I will not be doing that. And the payment I will be discussing is just through YouTube itself, not through any sponsorships I've gotten within my first month, not anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and get in the video because I know you guys are waiting. Let's go. Alright, so number one, the most important thing to know about monetization is what you need to qualify for monetization. There's 2 ways to get monetized through YouTube, and one is through shorts and one is through actual YouTube videos like the one I'm making right now. For YouTube videos, you need to have 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers, and you need to have posted within the last 90 days, which that 90 days part is easy. And for shorts, you need 10 million shorts views within the last 90 days, and you still need the 1,000 subscribers. Just based off my personal experience, if you want to get monetized through YouTube, I would suggest going the actual video route because I think it's pretty unlikely that you're gonna get 10 million shorts views if you're not a big creator coming off of another platform. So yeah, most people do get monetized through actual videos. And something that I wish I would have known when I first got started on YouTube is that you don't have unlimited time to get monetized. You have a year from when you post your first video to get monetized. Basically, the day that you post your very first video, you have until that day next year to get monetized, and if you don't, then your watch hour starts all over, which can be very hard to get in some cases. The case is different for everybody, but sometimes watch hours are hard to come by, and then sometimes the subscribers are harder to come by, so it just depends what your personal journey is. In my case, I got the 4,000 watch hours before I got the subscribers, so I was just patiently waiting. I posted my first video August 10th in 2023. It was like a little back to school video or something. So then I had up until August 10th, 2024 to get monetized. If not, then everything would just start all over. So just keep that in the back of your mind. You don't have to get it within that year, but just know that if you don't, everything starts over pretty much. So yeah, if you're really eager to get monetized, constantly check them watch hours and what your subscriber count is through YouTube Studio. And yeah, when I say watch hours, this does not include watch hours from shorts. This includes only the watch hours that you make off of your videos. And when you get monetized, it's not actually YouTube itself that's paying you, it's Google AdSense. And I'm telling you right now that if you're under the age of 18, you'll definitely need help from your parent or guardian to actually get paid. It's a very lengthy process because YouTube does not pay minors. So you'll have to upload a picture of your parent's ID, just a whole bunch of other stuff so you can actually get paid. And once you're finally accepted into the YouTube partnership program, Google AdSense will send you this thingy in the mail right here. When your Google AdSense paper comes in the mail, you cannot lose this. There will be instructions inside specifically for you, plus a personalized pin, so you cannot lose this, y'all. Make sure you keep track of this at all times. Now, when I was doing my own personal research on Google AdSense, it was saying that it could take weeks to come in the mail, but I literally got this in I think like 6 days. Like, it came really quick, y'all. And y'all, I noticed that a lot of people weren't mentioning this in their videos, which would have helped me out a lot and gave me some extra motivation. But there's actually a way to get accepted into the YouTube partnership program with only 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours. So number one, you need to have 3 public uploads within the past 90 days. Just like if you were actually getting monetized through Google AdSense, you need to have 3,000 watch hours and you cannot have any community strikes, just like with actual monetization. This form of monetization is actually different than Google AdSense. So you're getting paid through YouTube with the help of others. You don't actually get paid through Google AdSense. You get paid through super chats, super thanks, membership. So you probably won't be getting paid much at this point, but there's still a chance to get paid. And y'all, now that you should know what monetization is and the different ways to get monetized, I'm going to talk about the payment itself, like how long it took me to get paid, and when you get paid, all of that stuff. So number one, I had no clue about this, but there's a payment minimum. So on YouTube, you only get paid once a month. Of course, sponsorships is different. You should be getting paid immediately if you work with good brands, but you only get paid once a month, and there is a $100 payment minimum. YouTube pays creators on the 21st through the 26th. It just depends when they have officially reached the payment threshold. And y'all, let's say you don't meet the payment threshold, then that money rolls into the next month. So if you make $50 one month and then the next month you make $50, you'll get paid because the $50 you made the previous month will get added onto that. So you will get paid your $100 minimum. Also, the type of content you post does affect how much you get paid on YouTube. This all comes down to your niche. And basically your niche is the specific topic or type of content that you're focusing on throughout your video. And while you're still trying to figure out what your niche is, keep in mind that certain things are more competitive than others. Like everyone does beauty and lifestyle content, so it's very competitive. I think that personal finance and investing is probably the niche that pays the most, just because it's not as popular and oversaturated as like lifestyle, beauty, travel, all that other stuff. So just keep that in the back of your mind, but still post the content that you like to post, because regardless, people will gravitate towards you. Another important thing about monetization is CPM and RPM. Now this is something that's very complicated, so even I fully don't understand this all the way, but I'm gonna try to break it down as much as possible. So basically, CPM stands for cost per meal, and RPM stands for revenue per meal. I think I'm pronouncing that right, so don't come for me. And basically all they are different metrics that determine how much you're earning. CPM is the cost that an advertiser pays per 1,000 ad impressions on a video. RPM is the revenue that you earn per every 1,000 views on your channel. And CPM and RPM pretty much ties into what your niche is, because I know some niches have a higher CPM and RPM, so all of that just depends. And just keep in mind that everybody's journey is different, so you won't be getting paid the same amount as the next girl who does the same type of content as you. Another thing that should take your YouTube channel over the top is having a viral video. This video instantly got me to my 4,000 watch hours, and I did gain a lot of subscribers off of that video, which thank you so much if you're a subscriber and you're watching this. Next thing I want to talk about is sponsorships. Sponsorships is how I make like 90% of my money, so this $100 payment minimum really doesn't get in the way of anything over here, okay? So I recommend the second that you get monetized to start reaching out to brands that you like and want to endorse. And I always like to work with brands that I actually like personally, just so I can connect with them and really have a good connection. When you really have a good connection with a brand and y'all are really seeing each other eye to eye, they'll definitely want to come back to you, and that's like the biggest compliment that you could ever get. If you worked with a brand and they want to come back to you, that means that they really liked your work. And also, a lot of the times when you first are starting to get sponsorships, some brands, like the really sketchy ones, the ones that I don't ever like to work with, will always try to lowball you and, you know, go lower than the prices that you set. But just remember that when you start YouTube and when you're trying to make it a career, you're turning yourself into a brand. And you should only be setting prices based off of what you think you are worth at that point in time. You can always change prices, but you never want to double back and say, okay, fine, I'll, promote your shoes for $20 when your original price was $50. You never want to do that. If you do that, brands will just constantly try to run over you when you could have been making a lot more money. Collab with brands that are good brands. A lot of brands will reach out to influencers and not send the actual products to their clients who are actually paying them for the product. And you don't want people in your comments saying, oh, I never got mine, how could you collab with this brand? So always research who you're collabing with and who you're choosing to promote. You only want to endorse good business. Also, brands will be trying to send out contracts, but make sure you read those contracts. A lot of them can be very fishy. You don't want to just be signing your name. Because I know when you're first starting and you get the opportunity to promote something, makes your page look really official, and you're probably just excited to get the product itself, but keep in mind your self-worth. When I first started out, a lot of my sponsorships were just gifted, and I wasn't thinking about how much money I could have been making. I was just so happy, so excited to get the product, but you don't ever want to just leave money on the table like that. Some brands might refuse to pay you that amount. They might say, okay, we can go lower, but if it just doesn't work out, the brand did you a favor at the end of the day, and your prices should gradually be going up along with your engagement and your subscribers, never down. Sometimes you can reach out to brands and get rejected, and it's okay for you to reject brands as well. And I know y'all have been waiting, so I'm just going to go ahead and say it. My first month on YouTube, I made $148. I got monetized July of this year, and I made $148 my first month. This did not include sponsorships. This was just straight off of my first month being monetized, no sponsorships included. I was also getting paid through shorts, but at that time, shorts had only made me about $4. And y'all, in this economy, you cannot do a lot with $148. It might not seem like a lot of money to some of y'all, but as someone who's creating content and just sharing their life daily on this app for free, starting to get paid for it was like the biggest deal ever to me, and I'm so happy I have got that opportunity. I got monetized within my first year. I had 11 months, y'all. That timer was about to run out and I was gonna have to wait till next year, but I did it. I got monetized in 11 months on YouTube. And I just want to say this really quick, and this doesn't matter if you're a small creator who has 1 subscriber or if you have 1 million subscribers. Support your friends who want to start a YouTube, and remember the ones who don't support your channel. That's all I'm gonna say. Especially remember those who supported you without even having to ask, because you're a real one for that. Okay, now that I pretty much said how much I got paid my first month, I want to talk about my personal journey for real. I've always wanted to YouTube, probably since I was like 8 years old or something. I have a video posted on my TikTok at officially Notori. If you want to go check that out, it's my pinned video. So when I finally decided to pick up that camera, I knew I was going to do it right, so I decided to set small goals for myself in order to get monetized. Basically, I told myself that I wanted to be monetized within my first year of being on YouTube. I got monetized July 13th, and I'm not going to lie, early July, like in late June, I was getting very nervous. I didn't think I was ever going to hit my goal. I thought it was going to take me like 2 years, because I think I only had about 300 subscribers, and then boom, I was consistent. I was like, you know what, I can't just stop now because I'm not gonna hit my goal. I kept on posting, and then it just happened. In 11 months, I got monetized on YouTube. So setting small goals for yourself is very important, and you can get discouraged along the way. That's okay. It's a natural feeling to feel a little down and discouraged every now and then, but you just gotta keep on pushing. I did hit my first little goal though. I did my big one, and I'm so proud of myself. Staying consistent and all that hard work was just so worth it at the end. Everyone who told you consistency is key is definitely telling the truth. You need to be posting once a week. Really stay on a tight schedule with yourself and have discipline. I don't know exactly when, but pretty soon I want to talk about YouTube tips, like the equipment I use, editing, you know, how to stay consistent and discipline yourself. So I'm not going to go too much into that right now, but that was definitely a big part of being monetized under a year and how I reached that goal. Just remember that you got this and that there is no special recipe to be monetized. Just use everything that I've talked about in this video and you should be good to go. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!